They picked their way through the remains of the battlefield. Warriors of both forces of the Bloodbound and that of the forces of Sigmar covering the craggy ground like a carpet of flesh, blood, and bone. Scanning through the dead, they sought skulls of mighty warriors buried beneath mounds of their enemies, or those of holy warriors of one god or another. Hopefully, though, in this pile of forgotten skulls, today they would find something worthy of an offering to Khorne. Watching from the shadows, the agents of the Order waited, silently tracking the Khornate scavengers through the ruined streets of Embergard. As the warriors began to pick their way forward, a fallen reliquary engine of Sigmar was upon the horizon. The time to strike was now, before the most sacred relic was desecrated even further. With blasts from their iron-weld pistols, the twang of crossbow bolts, and the barks of war dogs, battle was joined in Warhammer Underworlds, Embergard. In today's game, we're going to be playing a Warhammer Underworlds Rivals format game. Now, in the Rivals format, players pick a pre-built 32-card deck known as a Rivals deck. A player's Rival deck is made from cards that only feature that deck's unique symbol denoted in the top right-hand corner of each card, which means if you have at least one Rivals deck and one Warband from the list below, if you're going to a competitive scene, or you can use pretty much anything you want in a less organised setting, you have everything you need to join in with this format. In today's game, I'm going to be playing with Kamendora's Blades. Kamendora's Blades begin with having the Inspire condition where immediately after a power step I inspire each friendly fighter adjacent to the enemy worthy skull. And immediately after I slay a enemy worthy skull, the fighter that slew them will inspire as well. Now the worthy skull is an ability we have to do at the beginning of the first action step in each battle round. We choose an enemy on the battlefield, they become the worthy skull. Now what's cool is the Slaughterous Pilgrimage rule means immediately after we pick that worthy skull, we then move towards them with every fighter getting to push one hex towards that fighter. We also have a couple of other special rules. First of all, slashing. This is on a ton of the weapons for the Warband, and essentially this bleeds enemy fighters out. If we hit someone, they haven't activated, they choose to activate after, they'll have a bleed token and deal them some damage. We also have Call the Pursuit, where our leader can pick the friendly minion and have that fighter move towards them. We have 5 fighters in our warband, that is Kamendora, Throck, Galista, Anthrocrust, and the best doggo, Kanat. Now, all these fighters are pretty decent wise. We've got 2 dodge on Kamendora for starters. We do have quite low health on a lot of them. We do have the ability to do some decent damage. We've got 2 fighters with damage too, but we do have that slashing special rule on all the fighters here, enabling them to do some real damage. Now, when they do inspire, we generally get a better defense on all our fighters, going up to 2 dodge. We also get a better damage with every fighter turning to 2 damage and still having that slashing special rule. This really is a warband that can do quite a decent amount of combat damage. For my deck today, I'm playing with the Raging Slayer's Rivals deck. This gives me a plot for using the deck, which is a series of special rules we follow when using this particular type of deck. What this does is we have, first of all, a Raging Charge, where immediately after we charge, we can choose to enrage a friendly fighter, and fighters that are enraged then have Raging Strike, where they can reroll an attack dice. However, due to poor footing, we actually get pushed back regardless of what happens when our enemy attacks us. And you can see the full range of cards in the deck list as well, from the objectives, ploys, and upgrades. We are a deck that generally is going to want to be getting up in our enemy's face. It's an aggressive strike deck. Angus is playing with Hexbane's Hunters in today's game. And so, Hexbane's Hunters, they have the Inspire condition where when a friendly Azerite agent is taken down, another one of your Azerite agents can inspire. However, also when a friendly Pock is slain, you inspire both the minions, the doggos in your warband as well. Now you've got a few different abilities. First of all, Tools of the Trade, where we add the total bounty characteristic of slain friendly Azerite agents to your total glory points when determining how many upgrades you can put on, so you can generally up your fighters more, the more of them that are slain. And we also have the Mark for Vengeance, where immediately after a friendly Azerite agent is slain, you can mark an enemy that slew them, and you can reroll attack dice against them. The Tight Knit Pack rule means as well that the doggos are worth 0 bounty at the beginning of the game. However, once one is slain, the second one then becomes worth a bounty point. Luring Hands as well means you can use an ability here immediately after a friendly Azerite agent moves. Pick a friendly minion with no charge tokens and then move them as well. And Ward of Martyr's Blood is a cool defensive ability we get access to once per game as well. Moving on to the fighters. First of all, we have Haskell Hexbane, that's the Warband's leader. He's got a pretty decent profile, all in all. 3 health is probably his lowest point, but he does have quite a few dice rolled in his attacks, and even has the point of getting Grievous in combat as well with the spikes. Amos is pretty decent with 2 damage at standard. Quiet Pock is your range fighter. We've also got Bridget and then the 2 doggos to give you some extra bodies. Now, when you do inspire, generally for a lot of the time, you're going to get a lot more dice on most of your fighters when you start attacking, or increase the dice value, so you generally get the better dice symbols needed. You do, though, when you go with Pock, get on his range attack and snare, so you'll be able to get rid of dodges in your opponent's rolls, and the doggos do increase as well with a couple of dice, and you get some extra dodge dice on them as well for defense. And so Angus will be using Pillage and Plunder for his deck today. This is a flex deck. What it likes to do is try and get you to control objectives, control different parts of the battlefield, gain bonuses, and then boost up your attacking power. And so we are all deployed on the board. So for Kamandora's Blade, we've got Kamandora and Kanat behind her right there. In the middle is Galista. We then have Anthrocrost on the other flank, and behind is Throck. Meanwhile, we have Haskell Hexbane dead center. We then have Rat Spike on one flank behind Silent Pock. You've got Bridget there as well as Amon at the front with Grotbiter next to him. Today's video is sponsored by Gap Games, a fantastic miniature wargaming store in Queensland, Australia. They stock a wide variety of miniature wargames from all things Games Workshop to some of my personal favourites, Conquest, The Last Argument of Kings, and all things Modifius wargames as well. Use our affiliate code in the link below to help support both this fantastic store and the channel as well. And so we will go priority for round 1. This is for Kamandora's Blades. I got the double support, you got the hammer, so you've got the choice. And so Haskell Hexbane's Warband is going to take the first activation. However, before that happens, start of the first action step in each battle round, I have to pick a worthy skull. I'm going to choose to pick your doggo here as my worthy skull. And then immediately after that, I get Slaughterous Pilgrimage. I can push each fighter 1 hex closer towards that fighter. So we've moved all the fighters 1 hex closer to the dog. That is apparently the most worthy skull out of all your warbands. So your first activation is going to be a charge activation with a Quiet Pock there. That's going to allow you to move a Rat Spike there. And so you're going to shoot Galista with Quiet Pock. So 2 dice looking for hammers.
1 hammer.
1. I've got a dodge. Nope. You're then going to play Trap Catch. You can pick an undamaged enemy fighter and inflict 1 damage, and then you're going to choose to inflict that on Anthrocrost. And then you're also going to play Canny Sapper and upgrade for no cost that goes on Amos Duncarrow. Alrighty, so I'm going to choose to make a charge action, and we're going to go with Anthrocrost charging into the worthy skull that is Rat Spike. And so we're going to attack Rat Spike. I am enraging, so I do get a reroll here. I need cross swords. I'll get a reroll. That'll be just the 1. It is a crit though.
Dodge and support.
That's support. That'll succeed for you. And so I don't do anything. However, I do now end adjacent with the worthy skull, so that will inspire Anthrocrost. I'm then going to play Knife to the Heart after that. I can pick a fighter that is not vulnerable and adjacent to an enraged friendly fighter and inflict a point of damage on them. I'm actually going to choose to inflict the point of damage on Silent Pock there. And I no longer become enraged because of that. That'll be your second activation coming up.
Alright.
Yep, you're going to activate Amos Duncarrow, who then gets to move his doggo along with him. Making a charge, and you're going to attack Anthrocrost, who is fully surrounded now. So 2 hammers, full support. That'll be 2 successes. I do get 2 dodge here. Shields don't do it for me though, and that will take me down. And then you're going to play Impossibly Quick on Amos Duncarrow. I'm then going to make a charge with Kamandora. And so, making an attack into Pop, we have 2 dice, needing hammers. I can reroll one of these. That'll be 2 success with a crit in there.
Alright, 2 shields. 1 crit.
1, that'll be 2 damage.
That's him gone then.
Take Quiet Pop down. And so that will kill Pop. Give me the glory. However, when Pop dies, both the doggos inspire, and you do get to inspire one other. You'll also choose to inspire Haskell Hexbane after that as well. I'm gonna, during the power step, do Call the Pursuit and bring Canet up to there. So Hexbane's gonna make a ranged attack. Who are you shooting?
The dog.
The dog gonna shoot Canet. So let's go.
3's looking for hammers.
I got 1. Do I get a dodge? I do not. You're then going to play Swift Step and upgrade, and that's going to go on Haskell. I'm then going to go a charge with Canet. And so 2 dice, cross swords. I can reroll 1 because I'm enraged. Nothing. I don't do anything, however, I do inspired because I'm now next to the Worthy Skull. Bridget is then going to make a charge super action. You're going to target Canet. So 2 dice, looking for hammers. You got full support here though. Got 2. I need dodges. Nothing. After that, I'm then going to play Aggressive Ambusher. While this fighter's enraged, the melee weapons have Cleave and Ensnare. So the target is flanked or surrounded, and that's going to go on Kamandora. And we will attack into Amos, needing hammers. Can you get a reroll in here? You need a reroll. Nothing. And with that whiff though, we do inspire Throck. So end of round, I'm going to score into the fire. Scores if my leader's in enemy territory within 2 hexes of 2 or more enemies. Just before that though, you do use Tunneling Terror during the power step there, moving Hexbane, giving him a charge token, but also making him heavily wounded. And so we go priority for the rounds. A hammer, you got support, it is going to be me. And I'm going to take the turn. And so to start the round, I have chosen Amon as the Worthy Skull, pushing all my friendly fighters. I'm then going to go with a charge super action with Cameron. Oh. No, we're going to start with an attack first of all with Galista. So Galista will attack. We are going to need cross swords. Here's 2.
Okay. +1 save.
2
shields.
No.
Crit 1, but
so we'll do a point of damage, but also more importantly put a bleed token, causing him, if he does any core abilities, to take an extra point of damage. I'm going to play Crumbling Mine. You pick a treasure token that's not held and flip that treasure token. You flip the one just behind Kamandora there. Then I'm going to use Canny Snapper on Amos. This immediately after you play a ploy in the power step, you can remove this fighter from the battlefield and place that fighter in an empty stagger hex or an empty starting hex in friendly territory, and then discard this card. And moving Amos over there to the starting hex. Then you're going to play Sudden Blast. This allows you to pick a enemy fighter next to a friendly fighter and give them a stagger token. Then you're going to activate Haskell Hexbane.
and he's gonna charge.
He's going to make a charge.
I'm going to activate Dog as well while that's...
Popping Grotbutter in there to give some support.
Oh, sorry, actually. Haskell against...
So attacking with Haskell against Antrocrust, who has 2 dodge now.
So he's got 4 and he's got support. He's looking for cross swords.
Yeah, that's not good.
Oh, and the support also goes through,
I got 1 success. And so that takes Antrocrust down. You'll then use Prideful Duelist, and this will heal the attacker. Sorry, you didn't kill Antrocrust, that was Galista. Antrocrust died in turn 1. So my next action is going to be Kamandora, who's going to make a charge super action. And so 2 dice. So that is a double hit. So needing a double crit, nope. That'll be 2 damage to take the doggo down. And so after that, I will score Supreme Slayer. I scored this immediately after my leader's successful attack if the target was slain, and that was the second or subsequent fighter slain by them. She's killed both fighters that have died. And Haskell Hexbane's then going to delve the objective he's on. And so over to Haskell Hexbane, his hunters. So Amos is going to make a charge. This will mean he takes a point of damage from the bleed token, so taking him to 2 damage in total. But he is going to attack into Throck.
Yep. Who is
So staggered, so this means you will get a extra attack and you are supported.
Yep. Looking for hammers.
The hammers. Don't need to.
Yep.
You can attempt to re-roll the hammer if you want.
I'll leave it. I'll leave it.
You're gonna not be greedy. I
Yeah.
got 2.
No support.
No, I do, and that will stop it. Then you're going to choose to delve. And so after that, I'm then just going to go and attack with Throck. I'm going to go into aim on Dunkari. So Throck has 3 dice. I'm supported, but you will get supports as well. And that'll be 2 hits.
2 hits. I've got 2 dice to roll.
You need both of these.
And shields. No. That is him gone
2
then.
damage. That'll be aiming down. I'm then going to play Assured, Bloodshed, and Keenite, and these will both be going on Aemon. Not on Aemon, sorry, on the one that just killed Aemon, Throck. And from killing Aemon, Bridget will inspire as well. So, over to your turn 3. You're then going to have Bridget charge, and I'm assuming that's going to attack Throck.
Yep.
And 3...
Yeah,
so 3 cross swords. You are supported though. That'll be 2.
Yeah, I get 1 reroll.
Get your reroll. There'll still be 2.
Do I get to reroll them?
And so mine, I got a dodge and shield. That'll not be enough.
Yep, 1 damage then.
My last action for the round. And so we have 4 dice now because I've got a Kino. And so, needing hammers.
Only
Just 1. I can reroll 1 due to enrage. That is 2.
Okay. 2 dodge.
You need both of these to go through.
Yeah.
No.
So that's her gone.
2 damage, yep. So last activation for the round for Hexbane.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make a move on there with your doggo. Shed Load means you can score your mid after fighter moves if that fighter or any other friendly tokens are each on feature tokens, and Haim and Hexbane are. And that'll be the end of the round. Where I'm going to score Overwhelming Presence to score this in the face of each friendly fighter is enraged, and there are no fighters holding treasure tokens. No one is.
Nope.
And then Angus is going to score Desolate Homeland, scores the end face if there are 1 or fewer treasure tokens in friendly territory. There's only 1.
It's not in friendly.
Oh, sorry, none in friendly. Sorry, you're friendly, not mine. And Broken Prospect, she scores the end phase if 3 or more different treasure tokens were dealt by a warband this battle round, and they sure were.
Today's video is sponsored by the Warhammer merch shop. Want to grab some merch for your favourite Warhammer army? You can use our affiliate link down below to grab your next purchase and help support the channel at the same time.
And so we now go into the last round. This is for Kamandora. I got a crit, so you need a crit. Nope. I am definitely going to take it.
Cool.
Well, we're just going to start with Kamandora going with a charge. So Kamandora is attacking the doggo. That is Grotbiter. So we need hammers with her. That is nothing.
Alright.
And that'll be nothing as well. After that, I will then choose to play Agile, and we'll be putting this in Kamandora. And we'll be playing Murderous Instinct, and this will go on Throck. You're then going to delve the objective there, flicking it back to an objective with your doggo as well. You're then going to give Great Speed to Grotbiter for +1 move on him. You're going to have Explosive Charges. This gives friendly fighters a +1 move while using charges. At the end of your round, you're going to delve the Hex there. And so, you've moved Hexbane. You then got to bring your little doggo along. The doggo is now delved. And so, I'm going to try a charge super action with Throck. And so, you're going to use, what is it called? It's Martyrs.
Yeah, Ward of Martyrs.
Ward of Martyrs, stopping all my abilities. And so, 4 dice with Throck. To get a reroll here, which I do not need.
And then defense, shield and support, but
yep, that's still a point of damage.
Yep. How much?
And so that essentially locks Hexbane down. You're then going to use Commanding Stride. This allows you to push your leader up to 3 hexes. Then end of your turn, you'll delve. And then you score Delving for Wealth. You score immediately after a warband delves for the 3rd or subsequent time this combat phase. Then you're going to charge with Grotbiter. 3 attacks, looking for swords here.
So,
got 1.
I'm going to use Brash Scout.
You're then going to use Brash Scout because you're the underdog. You can reroll up to all of them.
Same result.
No.
And so defense 2, that'll be a crit, stop shot. And then you're going to use Weary Delver. You can use this on any fighter with charge. You can give that fighter a guard token. I'm then going to go with a move action next. Because both my fighters have charge tokens, they can move. So Kamandora just gets a move. And then we will play What Pain. I can pick up to 2 enraged friendly fighters. They remove the rage tokens, but they do heal. And so just of note there is I am only removing the rage token from Throck, not from Kamandora on the heals. You've chosen to discard your hand and draw new cards for your second activation for the round. You're then going to play Glory Seeker, and that's going to go on Grotbiter. You're also going to give him Burrowing Strike as well. So 3 attacks, Kamandora is enraged. We are going to get to reroll 1 dice because of that, and then she's also getting supports. Because you're surrounded, you do not get to have dodges or defense against this. So Kamandora, that is 2 successes. We will reroll 1 of them though. 3 successes.
I think that's him gone.
And no, that still is
even with the defense
2 damage.
Yeah, because the defense.
Hexbane is honestly not going to do anything because he dies if he does. You're then going to play Tough Enough on Hexbane. I might as well just discard and see what I can get. It goes over to your last action for the round, which I'm assuming you're not going to do anything with Hexbane because it... And so Hexbane just has to give up the turn. The problem here is that Kamandora's blades are already ahead, and if he moves, even if he somehow could get the power to kill one of these 2, he would die himself and give whatever glory he's earning back to the opposing faction.
Yeah.
Right, so
Scores me claim the prize.
So you've then use Sidestep as an action, and that will give you claim the prize for your last point. Score immediately after a friendly fighter delves in enemy territory. And then I'm going to score Unrelenting Massacre. I score this in the end phase if all fighters have charge tokens, which they do, and that is 3 points. And then you'll score against the odds as well. And so it will be a victory just to Kamandora's blades.
Thank you all for watching. We hope this battle report was enjoyable for you, and if you did enjoy it, please go check out some of our others in the playlist on the channel. If you have any questions, please drop a comment down below, and while you're there, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join our Discord server to check out all of our future wargaming content. Thank you all.